Hello there, my lovely darkling. It's your Glamour Go Guide to Ascension back with another video. And today I want to talk about a mistake that I notice a lot of us spiritual seekers make. And it is not our fault. However, as I always like to say, it is our responsibility to check ourselves before we wreck ourselves. And that is seeking integration. We love to talk about expansion, evolution, ascension. As someone who likes to talk about ascension all the time, that is literally the point of my platform in various ways as a holistic life coach and self-mastery teacher. However, when it comes to shadow work, which I harp on heavily, as you all know, the point of shadow work is not only just checking your darkness or finding things that are lurking in your subconscious mind so you can acknowledge them and release them to reprogram at the end of the day. It is integration. That's what you do with your darkness. That's what you do with other parts of your being that do not seem fit for societal consumption, that do not seem savory, that do not seem attractive, that you call ugly, you call unacceptable, you judge, you shame, you dislike. And we've all been programmed to believe that there are certain characteristics and traits within us that make us broken, that make us wrong, that make us filthy and not worthy, not deserving of being a happy, healthy human. And we all know that is not true. We are worthy just for being alive. We are worthy for breathing. We are worthy just because. But we have been told and programmed to believe that our dark aspects of ourselves, the parts of ourselves that we possibly don't want to show others, that we want to put a mask on when we go out into the world, that may seem violent, may seem ugly, and may seem rude or what we judge as bad. We need to integrate those parts of ourselves because they are still us. As much as the light side of us is us, the mask that we show to the world, what we feel comfortable expressing to people, our expression in general. That is great. It's amazing that we all have that. But the mistake that we make is not integrating the dark aspects of our subconscious mind, the dark aspects of our consciousness into one, into wholeness, into unity. Because as much as we want to see the oneness and the unity and the wholeness within other people, when we namaste other people, we want to look people right in the eyes and recognize them as the soul that they are. Because as much as we are an individual bodies, we are still one at the end of the day. We all come from the same substance of source energy. We are all created from that creator. And it is really important that we not only see the oneness in other people, but we see that oneness within ourselves. A lot of the time we compartmentalize those aspects of our being because we have judged them into submission, because we've shamed them into hiding. And as much as we have been conditioned to believe that, and it is not our fault, once again, it is our responsibility to integrate them into wholeness. And when you do that, you are not shaming yourself for those aspects of yourself anymore. You are recognizing, you are acknowledging, and you are honestly accepting the fact that those parts of you exist. So you may get jealous here and there. What is that trying to tell you? Recognize that that part exists within you. Obviously, do your shadow work. Ask it what it's trying to teach you, but integrate it back into wholeness. Don't just try to toss it out like it's yesterday's lunch. Integrate it within your being. Allow it to be. Give it the light, the compassion, the understanding it needs in this moment. Like your inner child. Inner child? No, we are a child. We are just a very grown up child. We are still that inner child. We are still that child that we always talk about when it comes to the inner child. That is us. We are still that 7-year-old that is dying for attention, affection, and love. That is what those dark aspects of your being are trying to tell you. They're trying to tell you that it wants your attention, it wants your affection, it wants your love, it wants your acknowledgement. It doesn't want to just be cast out. It wants you to understand what it's trying to tell you. Because at the end of the day, it is meant for your expansion. And integration is expansion. Because you are allowing yourself to experience all the varieties, the flavors, and the facets of the human experience. It is not just light, joy, love, peace, abundance, and bliss. As much as that is our birthright and that is our natural state of being in other realms. However, in the human experience, in the 3D matrix, in the 3D realm, we are going to experience negativity. We are going to experience sadness, anxiety, fear. And as much as that feels icky and as much as we do not like it, that is the human experience and that's on that. And we must accept it. That's why we need to integrate those parts of ourselves because it doesn't make us a bad person. It doesn't make us broken. It doesn't make us wrong. It doesn't make us less than. It doesn't make us inferior. It makes us a human. It makes us stronger. It makes us authentic. It makes us us. So as much as you accept the lighter aspects of your being, the fun, jovial parts, the mask you show to the world, also accept that possibly violence, that possibly ugly, that possibly negative part of yourself. Not that you should just show it onto the world. Don't be unleashing nothing onto the world if it's going to hurt anybody. However, integrate that within your being by doing your shadow work practices, asking yourself those 21 questions, having your journal, whether it is a written journal or a voice journal, something that I highly recommend, constantly reflecting on how certain things make you feel, being conscious, aware, mindful, and present enough within your being to know when certain emotions arise, and pinpointing where it's happening within your body and asking it. Your body is an intelligent organism. It's not just a robot. It's here to communicate with you what needs attention, what needs affection, what needs love, what needs understanding, what needs acceptance. And that's truly what unconditional love is at the end of the day. So once again, we spiritual seekers, we seek so many things. We seek information, we seek mentorship, we seek higher experiences, all those types of things. But what we don't always seek is wholeness. And wholeness comes from integration. Integrating the parts of you that you have shamed into submission because of societal conditioning. But now that you know, you can allow yourself to be in all your fullness, obviously with discernment, but you're recognizing it as much as a part of you as your light side with a face that you show the world. And that is an absolutely beautiful thing. It is okay to feel light, love, joy, peace, bliss, which is our birthright. But if you want the full human experience to actually have that expansion, that ascension that we're so craving, we need to apply shadow work correctly to our lives and integrate ourselves back into wholeness. So if we're not just light and dark, we are the yin and the yang. We are both things combined. We're having a rhythm. There's no duality when it comes to these things. And in the 3D realm, we experience duality here, and that's not our fault, but there is no duality. It is all on the same spectrum. We are flowing from light to dark. We're always somewhere in the gray. And we need to accept that as it is, because it is a beautiful thing, and it is truly what's going to get us to ascend at the end of the day. And if you need help with that, I have just the remedy for that issue. Join me for my Spring into Power Masterclass, where I'll go over everything you need to do some internal spring cleaning so you can integrate your darkness back into wholeness and properly and effectively detox all the things in your life that no longer align with who you want to be. The link is in the description, and I look forward to transmuting with you. So now we've reached the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching. Much love, and until next time, my lovely darkling. Bye-bye.